into the iris.
Hey, you crazy internet people, this is forever your guru AJ speaking with
Joel.
and that's right, we're coming to you with another Candid where we talk about what's new or unfortunately in this day, not new, same crap happening over and over and over again in the world of electronics and in the world of games. We're just gonna jump into something, Joel, I don't know. We may just jump into the Plague Lands and go play around in the Forge or something like that. Just something easy, because I don't even remember the controls. Blasphemy!
Hey, this isn't the beta for Destiny 2.
Right,
We don't have to know controls right now.
But, yeah, so something totally unrelated to gaming. Let's see, yeah, really interesting news. AMD... right? They came out with their new processors. Joel's very familiar with them. I believe you have a 1700X, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you do. And I believe you're pretty pleased with it, right?
I am very pleased with it.
Right, man. That thing's a beast, and it costs $500 less than mine. But they just took with their 1500X. Right, so their equivalent to like the i5 has just taken second place in all around sales on Amazon for chips.
Really?
Yeah, so the number 2 chip is an AMD Ryzen, and then the number 4 chip is an AMD Ryzen, which is the 1700, the one right underneath yours, Joel. The 1700X and and the 1800X, they're a little further down, but then again, so are all of the big tier chips. There's just not a lot of people buying big tier chips because a lot of people don't need the processing power that we need.
Yeah,
But
that's the way it goes, though.
yeah, I mean that's just how it is. You know, a lot of people are gonna buy those mid-range to lower range chips that are just doing straight gaming. But you know,
Yeah.
but that's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. Also, AMD has leaked some specs. We don't know if it was something that they did on purpose themselves, or if it's an actual legitimate leak, which would be bad for them. But their GPUs look to be pretty beastly. Obviously, we're not talking about anything that's going to rival the 1080 Ti, but as far as it goes, it should be very, very competitive against a 1080. Their top tier gaming cards that are going to be coming out. Not to mention, those cards cost way less actually, which will be amazing. And that's if you had an Intel system. You actually get a boost if you have an AMD system, which is why I was telling you, Joel, that you wanted to wait off before you bought your own video card for the AMD stuff to come out, because then you're gonna have that awesome ability of being able to. Oh, look at that! There's a captain here. Have the ability of actually being able to get the.
Use full functions of the system.
Yeah, both of them. Yeah, your AMD card will go with your AMD other thingy-mabobber.
Oh yeah.
No way, Joel. I just jumped in and threw a grenade and got the cloak out of the thing.
No.
Yep. Cause I'm awesome. Oh. Oh, all right, good. I got it too. Yeah, so that's going to be really interesting. If you already have a Ryzen, it'll probably benefit you pretty good to have a Vega, I believe, is their new ones that they're going to be calling for. So that's going to be pretty fantastical. Yep, made up another word. But it's going to be amazing, truthfully. Just the architecture is really made to work with it. Intel obviously has no architecture that works with anything. Necessarily giving it a boost of power or anything like that, because the only thing that they have are those pretty low tier on chip graphics. Huh?
But their stuff pretty much runs with everything. That's
Well, it
kind of what they do.
runs, but it's not there to give a boost. Is my point. Like, there's
No.
no, hey, if you use this chip with this, you'll get a a performance boost out of it, because they kind of can't. They can't play favorites like that. If they do, is bad.
No, they cannot.
Yeah, no goes, no goes. But besides those two things that are out there, Intel has just released the facts that recently, I can't say just released, but like within the past month, they released 2 new chips to try to compete with the new Ryzen specs. So they kind of made a bastard child of their 2 top tier chips, like their i7 and their i5. So it's slightly pinned down a little bit, just to give a better value. I just don't believe in giving a better value by taking something that you've already released to the public and then saying that I'm going to take functionality out of it, and then, ooh, look, it's a better value. It kind of seems like a ripoff at that point.
We're gonna make it perform a little better on this end by removing functionality from other ends.
Oh, no, they didn't make it perform any better. They made it perform worse, but now it
really?
costs the same
Ouch.
as the AMD chips.
Oh wow.
That was my whole, I can't believe they actually did that crap,
Yeah.
So that's a thing. Also, on the green side of things, not the red or the blue, but nvida has just released to the public all of the specs for their Volta. Because everything that they have is based on extremely old, really smart electricity guys, right? Because we had Pascal, and we had what else did we have? Tesla, and now Volta's coming out. Volta should shake things up. It's in like they've just released the supercomputer chip of Volta. So we're talking about something that costs like $16,000 a card. And that's the big brother. That's the one that almost no one will ever see in real life. I mean, it's just how it works, So that'll be interesting. Because what that means, though, is that you've got AMD, who have a pretty compelling card coming out that's going to cost less than the green team. But what does nvida do at that point? Does nvida just sit there, or do they start the process of shrinking the dies and putting out the consumer grade cards of Volta, and just completely overshadowing performance to price specs for AMD's new card? What are they going to do with that? Because if it was me, that's what I would do. I would try to completely shut down AMD and show everyone that there's really no reason for this, and you shouldn't be leaving the green team in the first place.
Yeah,
no matter what happens, I'm really happy
I don't recall. Does AMD have their own version of something like Shadowplay?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
I've actually been really enjoying recording using Shadowplay. It's been very, very nice.
Oh yeah, doing it on the computer? Heck yeah, man. Like, you see, I purposely wanted the old feel of Fallout 3 on the Xbox 360, but that's the only reason I'm playing it on the Xbox 360. Well, on the Xbox One, because it's the same thing, They're running it off an emulator. You get the same amazing 30 frames a second.
But for me, the old feel is the computer, because that's
sure enough, right?
That's where I started playing them.
Yeah. The first time I ever played it, though, was on an Xbox 360, because my friend had told me that there was this cool game and that I should check it out, and then I did.
Totally play this thing, man.
Yeah, and then I realized afterwards that there was actually that it actually had a PC version of it, and so then then started my sick affliction of owning every single one of the Fallouts on every console. It was dumb. Hey, you trying to get in there, Joel?
I didn't die. I'm trying to put the thing in there.
I just put it in there. Don't worry about it.
Man.
Well, you ran away from it, and then I saw it pop up, and I was like, "Oh, hey, look, square."
It wasn't popping up for me, so I was like, maybe if I go back and go back up to it.
Well, there you go now. Maybe next time, buddy.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's definitely some exciting news for the world of AMD.
That's exciting news for everyone. If you have an AMD or not, the fact that AMD on both sides of things is finally competitive, it literally means, Joel, that we're going to have the wars again. And if you have the wars, the only people that truly benefit from that is us.
Yep.
Because that forces R&D development to go faster. So we get something other than every, 5 years we get a new card completely. Because the way that NVIDIA does it, truthfully, guys, is that you're going to get a new architecture every, 4 to 6 years. And then the in-between is actually the same basic architecture, except now they've gone through and made it more efficient. That's all it is.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But for the longest time, that's worked.
Oh, it has for a while, but it didn't used to be like that. When AMD was popping out some of their amazing cards, and I know it's been a while, but when they were doing that, NVIDIA didn't do this two-step program like Intel does with their chips right now. They just go out and they made a new architecture every single. Well, I think it was 2 years. Every 2 years, you'd have a new architecture that came out.
Mm-hmm.
And they would make that sucker count for whatever it could count for. Man, dude, I found my old 550 Ti in the closet the other day, and I plugged that sucker in, and I was like, oh man, nostalgia. And then I realized, oh man, nostalgia sucks. It was so horrible.
Is it? Like, that's one of the things I would like to see. A really good graphical update for old games, speaking of nostalgia.
Yeah. Well.
But as far as, using the older technology, no, I really enjoy having things run smoothly and quickly.
Well, it did run smoothly and quickly on Fallout 3. But you gotta remember, that's when that card came out, so that's what that card was supposed to be good for. And it was only a 550 Ti. At the best, it was the mid-range card, when it came out at that time. So, yeah, about that. Woo! We win a thing. It's definitely your turn, Joel. I don't have one.
Alright.
Wait, do I have one? Do I have one? Do I have one? Do I have one? Stop pumping the machine. Do I have one? Nope, I don't have one. But yeah, okay, so we have that. And that's gonna be amazing for computer side of things. Also, it's gonna be amazing that we're having all this awesome tech, and freaking Destiny 2 is going to be on PC, right? So all of this awesome stuff should be launching right around the time that Destiny comes out in September. Oh my gosh, how awesome is that? Oh, I'm so willing to.
Amazing for the PC players that are holding out.
Oh my goodness, yeah. It's going to be great. I can't wait to see these Ethereum wars happen again. I know it's not what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it. But
yeah, we can always go back to Tiberian.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it should be amazing when that comes out. Now, another thing. Oh, I just got a Siva offering a blue one for the next time.
Nice.
Another thing important to talk about is the fact that we still don't have an Xbox One pre-order up. I mean, that's ridiculous. Or the SNES Classic that they've been talking about forever is still not up for pre-order. I mean, I even got an email from freaking Nintendo saying, hey, look, this is the new thing that you're going to be able to try to get that you're not going to be able to get because we only made like 10,000 of them for the world.
Well, they claimed that they made way more of these than last time.
Well, sure, they only made like 5,000.
It's Nintendo. So they probably made, an extra 3.
Yep. And they doubled the cord, which is still too small, because they don't give you the option to have wireless. So now you're stuck with a 6-foot cord instead of a 3-foot cord when everyone's normal distance is 10 feet plus away from the TV.
Yep.
It's not the 80s anymore, guys. We don't live that close to the TV.
For me, back whenever the PS3 was popular, I had to buy 25-foot cords.
Yeah, I know. I remember seeing you. Well, you still have those 25-foot cords.
Yes, I do.
Oh man, I'm so happy I didn't put one bullet in that guy and I actually won something. I got the cloak of the Shadow Might or whatever the heck it was.
I
got
think I have an offering this time.
Huh? No
I
offering.
think I have an offering this time. No.
Well, I do. Oh man, if I could actually jump up there to get to the thing to put the offering in. There we go. Oh boy, whenever you get used to having your bones of AO and then you don't have them on.
Yep, it was sitting there on the ground.
Oh, there you go. Enhanced Vengeance. But yeah, so Xbox One X, not out for pre-order yet. Super Nintendo Classic, not out for pre-order yet. One thing that's irking a lot of people on the Super Nintendo side of things, and tell me what you think, Joel. The Nintendo Classic came out with a certain number of games, and I'm not sure what that certain number of games was, and I really don't care because I didn't get one. Jerks. And their really small ability to manufacture crap. But the Super Nintendo is going to come with even less games and cost more out of the box.
See, I'm going to say exactly what I said when the NES Classic came out. It's a gimmick.
It is 100% because we have all those games that you can play on something else.
You can play those games on the Nintendo Wii, on the Wii U. Eventually, you can play them on the Switch. You can buy an emulator and other devices that will allow you to play same games, but better and more of them.
Yep.
Do not buy Nintendo's gimmick. It's not worth it.
I just think it looks cool. I really do.
Yeah, it looks cool, but at the same time, it's not worth it. Like, we have modding communities out there that'll professionally mod your Switch controllers to look like NES controllers, Super NES controllers, stuff like that. Do that if you want that look. Get a modern console or some other modern piece of equipment that can handle and store more games than what Nintendo's gonna just allow you to do. That'll give you wireless controller capability, or at least the ability to have a longer cord than
the micro
feet.
Yeah, because it's fun.
And play the games that you like to play.
Right.
Because I'm sorry, I was taking a look at the SNES Classics games, and half of those games I either didn't play
or didn't want to play. Yeah.
Or didn't want to play.
Yeah. I mean, and that's kind of the trade-off. When you're only going to have like 16 games or something like that on the SNES Classic, you really have a whole bunch of games that everybody's not going to want to play. And the reason is that they need what they're going to call their, all-around pick. The thing that I would love, and I know will never happen, is that, okay, let's say you buy an SNES Classic, right? Then, there would be, you'd buy your unit, and you'd have to buy it from a store. Okay, so you buy your SNES Classic, and the thing has the SNES Classics in this big, huge machine, and then it has, 67 games in the machine. And you choose which 16 you want on your SNES Classic, and then it'll write the ROM for you. And then lock the ROM so that they're still safe from anyone trying to pirate. Although the community did pirate the
it would be open within a week.
Yeah, and figured out that the jerks only put so many games on it when it can hold up to 85 games. So that was fun.
But what I'd like to see is the ability to, if you're gonna release something for nostalgia effect, allow me to purchase extra games for it that just get downloaded natively to the system.
Yeah, I understand why they didn't though, because if they would have, then the problem that you end up getting is the fact that they don't want direct competition with their
stuff. Yeah.
yeah, with their other thing, which is why they're talking about now releasing just the NES games for backwards compatibility, and they won't release the Super Nintendo games yet because the SNES Classic has to have its time in the sun, so they can rip people off with that. You know, and then once the Nintendo 64 comes out, the Nintendo 64 Classic comes out. After that one's had its day in the sun, then we'll get the Nintendo 64 Classic games showing up. So, ridiculous. And I understand that it's ridiculous. And I don't believe that it should be like that. But, that is how it is. So, yeah. That kind of sucks, right? Woo! Oh well. Besides those, the last thing that I want to talk about with you, Joel, is this awesome thing that is looming right around the corner towards the middle to end of this month, huh? Should be happening soon.
Oh,
yeah. I'm more than pumped about it. It is, guys, Destiny 2 beta. We didn't get the alpha. The alpha was locked out to only studio this time. And I was kind of upset about that, although I would have loved to have seen the alpha, like truly seen the alpha. I would have loved to have seen that. I think it would have been pretty epic to see that.
Yeah, it would have been neat, but at the same time, from playing the alpha of this current Destiny,
it changed.
I have to admit, I really want to experience what's going to be closer to their full game, as opposed to
getting your hopes up and then being trampled whenever you think that was the game. I'm so happy I did not play the alpha. I mean, I had the opportunity to. You told me about the game, and then I just never did it because I had so many other things that I was doing, and we weren't running this channel at the time and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that was interesting. But, man, guys, if they deliver on 2/3 of what they talk about, this new Destiny 2 will be so much better than what Destiny 1 is right now. I'm just telling you that right now. If I can go out and find things in the world and have little mini raids of my own and, you know, pair up with Blackjack every once in a while and just run some stuff through. If I can do that, oh, I'm done. Like, that's all I really wanted in the game, was to have it a little bit more MMO-ish and still have that ability to go into PvP if I wanted to. You know, what's that other game that did really good for, like, you know, 13 years? Oh, yeah, WoW. That's what WoW does.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Good job, Joel.
Did really good. It's still the highest selling MMO of all time.
Oh, I know. And it will be until the game, you know, they just stop making expansions for it. And the reason being is because people, it was one of the first.
Being retarded.
Well, I mean, you know, it was one of the first MMOs out there to have everything put together. It wasn't one of the first MMOs. It was just the first MMO to have PvP and to have open world and to have special rating bosses and to have a community that you could buy things from and make it, at least at the time, graphically nice. Huh?
Even that launch of World of Warcraft, it didn't even have all those features.
No, not right away. Not right away. But they were smart enough to put them in as soon as they could.
Yep.
You know.
When they saw that people were wanting those features, they added them in.
Well, yeah, they kind of people got used to those features, and they refused to deal without them because you had games like Ultima and all that kind of stuff, which were really good in their own right, MMOs for the time. And, I mean, it was an entire world. So, you know, you want that, and you don't want people to go anywhere else, so they gave everyone everything. And let's face it, an entire generation of people had grown up with those characters in the MMO stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I've been playing the real-time strategy game, World of Warcraft. I mean, just Warcraft back then.
That's been out for forever.
Oh, yeah, dude, that was old. Old. Gosh, I can't even find the guy. Oh, no, that's not the guy. That's not the guy. Stop auto-targeting. Crap. I kept auto-targeting a captain right in front of me instead of
The actual guy.
instead of the guy I wanted to shoot. Like, that's one of my biggest flaws that I find in Destiny, is the fact that it's made for noobs too much. And that just really gets on my nerves, in the fact that, you know, like, so many people are like, oh yeah, man, if you don't have that aim assist on that sniper rifle, man, you don't have it. And I was like, false. Because I can shoot anything I want if I don't have aim assist on. But if I have aim assist, oh my gosh, if a fly roams in front of me, I'm going to target that fly.
Unless it's a friendly fly.
Yeah, right. Half the time, you still target friendly flies. It's retarded.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we should be getting a ton of cool features. You know, like, basically the open beta, I hate to say it, but the open beta is going to be exactly what everyone's been playing at E3 and then the other conferences. It's just that we get to play it now. Huh?
I'm fine with that. They're going to open it up to the entire community, let people who weren't invited to the special party in on it, and, you know, let everybody tear it to shreds, so that they can go, okay, this is what we need to fix, this is what we need to, you know, focus on, because people enjoyed this more.
That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. That's not what happened last time.
No, it's not what happened at all last time.
Yeah, but they did say that it should be easier to make everything happen this. Whew, wow, sorry.
Yeah, they're gonna actually have the architecture set up to do quick fixes.
Right. Oh, and not even just quick fixes. Oh wow. Oh, the exploders got me, Joel. I'm dead, Joel. I'm dead. I'm dead on the ground, man.
I am probably gonna die right here.
Well, if you do, I'll pick you up. But
I made it back to my little tower.
But yeah, they're talking about just having the ability of being able to just, you know, one day someone's like, hey, we should do this, and then a week later it could be coded into the game instead of months later.
Yeah,
you know?
As soon as the actual prototype is ready and tested, they can put it in.
Yeah, which is amazing, because before you couldn't do that. It just took too long. And that's why our content was cut short and neutered half the time, you know? Can I pick up the relic and get out of here?
People are claiming that, you know, the PS4 is now going to be the thing that's holding everything back.
But it's not. The thing that's holding everything back is the original Xbox One. The original Xbox One still sucks. Well, I understand, but the Xbox One is the low king out of this entire thing. And let's face it, Bungie is not going to be stupid and say, oh, okay, so you have a PS4 and you have an Xbox One X, so we're going to let you play at a higher frame rate than everybody else, and then, you know, then everybody else on the systems are going to bitch and complain the entire time because I couldn't do what I wanted to do because I didn't have this more expensive system, and that's not fair. And, you know, I mean, that's where we are right now. That is the dumb thing of having them say that they are going to have this multi-generational same console design. Because who honestly cares if you have a multi-generational same concept design? I mean, you're still stuck making games that will play on the old one. You know? Yep. So, yeah, you have more power. For what? I don't know. You know, there's no exclusives. The Xbox One X coming out. There's not one game in the works that's going to be an Xbox One X exclusive. Because the second they start doing that, people are going to royally bitch and complain. Because console gamers are not computer gamers. They don't realize that. They don't see that. And they're used to having a machine that they can dump a little bit of money comparatively and play games for years and not feel bad about it, you know?
The whole deal is most of the complaining, sadly, is done on the Xbox side of things. 'Cause I remember there were a couple of games that were supposed to just be released on the PlayStation side of stuff. If I recall right, Destiny was supposed to be a PSN only until, you know.
Oh no, it wasn't supposed to be a PSN
Xbox
only.
Fanboys.
Well, at first it wasn't fanboys that got a hold of it, Joel. What it was is that Bungie was going through talks with Microsoft to see if they could even put it on their console now that they broke away from them. And they were able to unlock that. Well, I say unlock that. Wow, I've been playing these types of games way too long. They were looking to see if they could work that out. Huh?
Achievement unlocked. You can develop for.
Right, for the company that you developed for years. Yeah. That thing. But no, what it was is that they were going through talks with Microsoft to see if Microsoft would even carry their game. Because they didn't break away perfectly smooth like everyone thought, or like how they were talking about it, you know?
Bungie was actually quite tired of making Halo.
Yeah, oh yeah.
By the time that they finally got out of their contract with Microsoft.
Uh-huh. I mean, and for justified reasons. Oh yeah. You know, they made the same game 50 times in a row. For a developer that, you know, you want to test your wings and see if you can go somewhere else. I totally understand how that kind of thing works.
Yeah. The only people that can do something like that and not get tired of it are developers that are 100% independent, and that is, you know, that's the thing that they want to do.
Right, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. And good on them. Good on them. I mean, they went out and they made a wonderful game. Okay, Destiny is a wonderful game. It really is. It had a really long and troubled development time, but it is a wonderful game. And
yeah, I'll admit it runs very smooth. It's pretty fun to play whenever everything is going good.
Yep.
But once again, I'm not a PvP player, so.
Well, that's what this new one. That's what I'm hoping for is the fact that it's going to open up for everybody. You know, like it's going to be that stuff where there's going to be enough to do that's not PvP and enough to do that is PvP to make everyone happy.
Yeah.
But, you know, because if they can do this quick coding that they're talking about, it'll be great. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which is, it's really sad that PvP players complain the most about stuff, but require the least of actual amount of content.
Well, they require the least amount of content, but they require the most attention, because you have to continuously keep rebalancing. You know, the PvP world to make it so that you don't end up with everybody with the same exact weapon. You know, like real life.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, name your favorite gun.
AR-15.
Okay. Name Max's favorite gun. It's the AR-15. Name my favorite gun. I'll give you a hint. It's the same gun. It's an AR-15. Why? Because it's versatile. Because you could do things with it. Because you could put anything you want onto the damn gun. And it works.
The gun is a Lego gun.
Right. And that's the thing, though. Because, okay, so, you know, I mean, it's the same thing in Destiny. Somebody picks a favorite gun. And it's a favorite gun because it's very versatile. And it does a lot of cool things. And so what does Bungie do? Because it's a video game, they can go, oh wait, look, you know what? I'm going to make it so that everybody's favorite gun all of a sudden goes, oops, I'm broken. You know, is that fair?
But it just doesn't do any damage.
Yeah. Your gun comes with a clip of 85 bullets at a time. All of those 85 bullets equal my gun's 3 bullets. That's ridiculous. I can't understand things like that. But I'm also not a PvPer. By heart. I mean, I play PvP, don't get me wrong. You can ask Joel. I've gotten a lot better at PvP than I was before. It used to be that I had to call Joel over to come and do my PvP stuff. Huh?
I said, yeah, we're capable of going into PvP and having some sort of fun, but personally, and for probably forever, I'm always going to enjoy PvE a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah, I always enjoy the story more than I enjoy just killing people. And that's just personal preference, and I understand that for some people, they need that weird, retarded, kind of half-neutered life rage thing of being able to go and kill somebody. Which, hey, that's just what it is. Haha. I got mine, man.
Did you get it or did I get it?
I think I got it.
Apparently they don't
I don't know what's going on with your connection, man. You got a faster connection. I'm running off in the studio right now, so I'm off of that power line thing, and I'm still getting it before you.
Well, I am connected to your game, so...
Huh? Well, there you go.
It's a weird way that they programmed this one. That's definitely weird.
I think it's
I
gonna be
hope that
different in Destiny 2
yeah,
also.
that's what I was about to say. I really hope that they're gonna have a much smoother transfer of data.
I
between
think they
players.
will. Don't hold me to that because I'm not positive, but I think they will. I love this Angel's Advocate thing, man. This little scout rifle that I have.
The Vision of Confluence.
You're
Oh, wow.
using the Vision of Confluence?
Yep.
I think I have my Vision of Confluence on too. Yeah. I want my Angel, but I don't know where I put it. There it is. Angel's Advocate. Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, micro raids, finding things, clues, community events. It should be pretty cool. Guys, if you haven't
Hidden areas.
pre-ordered
Yeah,
your
that would be awesome.
yeah. But let me just put this out there for everybody. Guys, if you haven't pre-ordered Destiny 2 yet, don't worry about it. You're just going to have a couple of days less than everyone else to play the game. There's this bad rumor going around that you have to pre-order to play. That's not true at all. You just have to pre-order to get your bonus days. If you're on PS4, you'll get 3 extra bonus days. If you're on Xbox One, you'll get 2 extra bonus days. But everybody gets the same exact public beta.
Yep. Can you come pick me
So,
up?
huh? Yeah, where are you? I got you, hold on.
The little tower. I got wire rifled to death.
You?
Because I always forget about that fool.
Not good, Jordan. Not good with the water
Oh,
rifle.
not good all.
But yeah, I mean, you know, so those are the things that we really wanted to talk about. You know, AMD and nvida are finally going at it again. AMD and Intel are finally going at it again. And that just means that the computer side of things are going to go epic. Also, Destiny 2 for PC is going to be seriously whatever your machine can push it. So I'm going to have mine running on a 1440p screen pushing 144 hertz. Guaranteed.
I'm gonna revive a PC from the '90s so I can take advantage of the latency issues.
You're a jack. If it even runs, I got a 550 Ti for you. I'm pretty sure you might be able to get it in low settings at that point, and everyone looks like a block. Hey, you can play Destiny like you're playing My Name is Thomas. Yay.
What are you playing? I'm playing Destiny 2. Dude, that looks worse than Half-Life.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you about it. I had to talk with that guy on the internet about making it run really slow, but oh yeah, it works. Oh man, like I found a flaw here. Whenever you oh Joel, I'm trying to save my life here. Whenever you shoot a tether at a wall, not at a wall, at the ground, and something's coming out of that walled off door, the tether has a slight bit of knockback to it. So you kind of yeah, it's bad.
Whatever it is back in.
Right. Yeah, just right out of your tether's reach every time. So that's awesome.
Oh, the big guy's out.
Yeah, he is. I'm just running around. I mean, we got a
I
minute
just
and
had one of
12
these little
seconds.
spires
So.
farm on me.
Oh my god, he's coming to hit me in the face. Dude, get off me. Seriously. Not fun, buddy. Where is he? Come here, big guy.
On the not fun end of a shotgun.
Yep, me too. There he goes. That's one of them. Or is that the last one? Yeah, that was the last one. Alright, guys, with that, we're going to call this episode of Candid. Yeah, that's a good way to finish it off. But thank you for tuning in. Once again, this has been Forever Your Guru, AJ speaking, and
Joel.
we'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for listening.